We believe it's essential to have peace for the Ukraine, but peace fully in line with the principles, which means peace respecting the Charter, international law, and the territorial integrity and sovereignty of the Ukraine. That is the reason why we believe, for the same reasons, that we need a ceasefire in Gaza, as we condemn the terror attacks of the 7th of October, and as we condemn other violations of international humanitarian law by Hamas. We also condemn the fact that we are witnessing a number of civilian casualties in Gaza that is unprecedented in my times as Secretary General. And a basic principle of international humanitarian law is the protection of civilians. We must stick to principles in the Ukraine as in Gaza, without double standards.
If Russia wins this war, then there are going to be consequences on the European security, and that is what the leaders have to also explain back home. It is not the border countries who have a border with Russia, it's all of NATO that is at stake here, and not only in Europe but also globally, because if aggression pays off somewhere, it serves as an invitation to use it elsewhere, and we're going to see more of those malign actors all across the world taking their neighbors' territories.
Or what I am hoping for coming out of this meeting is conclusions in which we as European Union, all 27 of us, call for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire leading to a two-state solution. The language is not yet closed. We're not far off that. Austria and the Czech Republic are the two that are currently holdouts on that. I think they're wrong, but we have to convince them, and you don't convince people by berating them. We have an army, we have a navy, we have an air corps.
And I am happy that the Council today is going to approve conclusions which go much further than the first conclusion in October, when we set humanitarian pauses. Today the Council goes much further, supporting UNRWA, asking for a sustainable ceasefire, certainly asking also for the freedom of hostages, needless to say condemning Hamas attack, but showing a strong concern for the situation of the people in Gaza, which is unacceptable. And something which is unacceptable has not to be accepted. Otherwise, it's pure rhetoric. What's happening today in Gaza is the failure of humanity. It's not a humanitarian crisis. It's the failure of humanity. It's not an earthquake. It's not a flood. It's bombing. The only way of stopping this humanitarian crisis, human crisis, is Israel respecting more civilians and allowing more support to enter into Gaza.